Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Wednesday, the 4th of February 2026, the year of green wicks and BSV Terranode in the mix. Branch your threads, expand your mind with treechat.ai or your post on chain. Let's see what we got today. Whoa, there is red candles in the market. The whole market is down. People are going crazy. So we're just going to report on this post from Vinny Lingham responding to Toby Cunningham about how people are starting to blame Blockstream for what's going on. Cointelegraph said here, US won't bail out Bitcoin, says Treasury Secretary Bessent. Oof. Yeah, it sounds like they know that a lot of people are going to need bailing out. And look, BTC is well below MicroStrategy's break-even point at $76,000. It's now at 73 and still going down. Whoa. So obviously we'll just have a quick, careful look at the figures. Tether is not back in Gregcoin. The market is crashing. The exchanges have known this was going to happen for a long time. They've been cashing out for 18 months. We just got some figures here. Bitcoin versus Gregcoin. I mean, that's recovering a little bit, but that also went down. I mean, crazy figures right now. Look at that. What is going on here? What is going on here? On Orange Gateway. Looks like somebody was trying to purchase. I mean, this just goes to show there is a liquidity squeeze. But they got the price there of 24 hour high, $24. Current price is $15.16. That's because people are putting orders in. I doubt the orders were that even big, to be honest with you. But there's just no liquidity there. Whoa. And Orange X, yeah, reporting the price $14.39. I've never seen anything like this. This is unprecedented stuff. Look, Gregcoin $73,000. Genuine Bitcoin $14. I mean, in unprecedented times. Right, let's get into it.
Greg says he's Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, and transactions flying free. He's acclaiming his legacy, you'll surely see.
Alright, here we go. So Toby Cunningham has said here, no matter how much I like Bitcoin, I cannot ignore Adam Back's involvement with the largest pedo ring in history. Oh, Adam Cunningham, 34,000 followers. Yeah, Crypto Tips, I think he's the professional surfer going out with Heidi. So he can't ignore Adam Back's involvement with the largest pedo ring in history. He kept silent for 12 years. The only reason he mentioned anything was because he got caught red-handed. He should be immediately banned from anything BTC related. Oof. I mean, there's going to be lots of reasons as to what's going on right now. Yeah, because people are going to be hurting because they're losing value seeing all the red across. Vinny Lingham said, my X feed is currently full of old school Bitcoiners like this, hating on Adam Back, Blockstream and Bitcoin Core for their ties to Epstein, and some are now asking how deep the rabbit hole goes. Gavin Andresen, to whom Satoshi originally gave the keys to the code repository, had his GitHub access keys revoked after he endorsed Craig Wright as Satoshi around the time Epstein became involved. Gavin has never recanted the claim as far as I know. That's true, he hasn't. The release of the Epstein files over the past week has vindicated so many conspiracy theorists. So why stop there? We trusted Adam Back when he said Craig Wright wasn't Satoshi. I definitely trust Gavin Andresen more than Adam Back at this stage. I really don't know what or who to believe anymore. So I'm buying some Bitcoin SV at $15 just in case this shit gets any weirder, if that's at all possible. Interestingly, Binance seems to only lisp a perp for BSV, not BSV itself, which enables naked shorting of BSV and can trigger a massive short squeeze if people start buying BSV and take it off exchanges. Seems like a good stroke risk reward play. Loving that from Vinny Lingham. That is positive. Absolutely. Meanwhile, Cointelegraph says US won't bail out Bitcoin, says Treasury Secretary Bessent. The comments came during Bessent's congressional testimony on Wednesday in a tense exchange with California Representative Brad Sherman. United States Treasury Scott Bessent testified before Congress on Wednesday and reiterated that the US will retain Bitcoin acquired through asset seizures, but will not direct private banks to purchase more BTC in the event of a market downturn. Californian Congressman Brad Sherman, a major critic of Grapecoin and cryptocurrencies, asked Bessent, does the Treasury Department or various components of the Federal Open Market Committee have the authority to bail out Bitcoin? No way. Sherman then asked Bessent if he plans to direct private banks to acquire more BTC or Trump coin, a reference to meme coins connected to the US President Donald Trump, through changing bank reserves requirements to allow them to buy more. Bessent said, I'm Secretary of the Treasury. I do not have the authority to do that. And as Chair of the Financial Stability Oversight Council, I do not have that authority. Bessent added that the $500 million in seized Grapecoin retained by the US government surged to over $15 billion while in custody. The testimony is the latest update on the Grapecoin Strategic Reserve Initiative, which was established by Trump through an executive order in March 2025. However, the order has drawn a backlash from some of the Grapecoin community who say it did not go far enough. US to acquire more Grapecoin through budget-neutral strategies only. Yeah, well, but the fact is, they ain't going to bail it out because they know that it's the D-state that's corrupted it, I would suspect. Whew. And let me think. I also posted on my own feed here an article by one of the crypto outlets about Michael Saylor. Here we go. This was Cryptopolitan. So they said Michael Saylor's strategy is once again in more trouble than ever before. In this post, Grapecoin fell below Strategy's incorporated average purchase price of $76,037, triggering fresh pressure. Strategy's stock is down 70% and can't issue new shares without heavy dilution. The company holds 712,000 BTC, but the value is shrinking fast with no new investor demand. Michael Saylor's strategy is starting to fall apart, and there's no more pretending otherwise. Over the weekend, Cryptopolitan reported that Grapecoin had dropped under $76,000, breaking the line that had been holding up Saylor's plan for years, which is exactly $76,037, the average level where Strategy Incorporated bought its Grapecoin. And now Saylor is officially underwater. The MicroStrategy stock is down nearly 70% from the top. The company isn't getting a premium on its shares anymore, and it's getting harder to raise money. The model doesn't work the way it used to. Grapecoin's current crash takes out the last support level. Right now, Strategy owns more than 712,000 BTC, but the value of that stash is shrinking fast. Grapecoin fell to 74,541 on Monday, nearly matching the low of 74,425 from last April. Right after Donald Trump won the 2024 election, it's now the lowest level since then. The drop finished off a brutal January. Grapecoin lost almost 11% last month, its fourth red month in a row. That hasn't happened since the crash after the 2017 bull run. There's no immediate emergency. There's no margin call. They don't have to sell any Grapecoin. A strategy still has 2.25 billion in cash from the past stock deals. But the bigger issue is what now? No one's buying their stock like they used to. Without new buyers, they can't keep running the same playbook. Saylor's whole idea was to sell shares when the price was high, then use that cash to buy more Grapecoin. It was a smart way to build the treasury without borrowing more. That worked when investors were excited, but now the excitement is gone. The strategic keyword is no longer enough to convince traders. Everyone's watching other things. AI stocks, gold, silver, whatever's moving. Grapecoin also doesn't act like the way it used to. Inflation didn't help. Dollar dropping didn't help. Even when a regulator sounded positive, the coin just sat there. People are tired. The narrative is broken. Oh my goodness me. This is brutal. Brutal. So where is it? Where is it now? So their buying in price was $76,037. 72. It's going down even further. Even further. Amazing. Incredible. Whoa. Right, let's have a look at the... Whoa, my goodness me. CoinDance has now got it $71,800. It's dipped below 72,000. Absolutely crushing. B Crash 526. Fisher price cash. Who cares still? Bitcoin now $14. $14.26 top left. That is crazy. Hash rate 0.02. Network nodes 0.16. Transactions down to 27%. Block size 34.39. Some of the blocks coming through, just there's nothing there at the moment. The market, it's a proper bear market. It's currently 32,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Gregcoin. Mining Bitcoin at a 5.6 comparable loss. Let's have a look at the politics in the pie charts. That's where it is. Global hash rate 7 days, 24 hours. Foundry USA port, MasterCard. Almost 40% of Gregcoin. That's disgraceful. 39.58. Others just 5.65. B Crash other miners 20.8. Fisher price cash. Look at this. L Software DMCC 76%. Other miners 9.7. And again, we'll have to look at what's on chain to actually get the mining figures here, because CoinDance never really reports on them. Tal 23.29, Kuv 19.86, QD Link 12.33, SA100 10.2, Molepool 8.9, Gorilla Pool 7.53, Tal Terranode 7.5, Mining Dutch 4.7, others 3.4, Gorilla Node 2.05. And Tether is not defending Gregcoin here. It's not defending it at all. This will be the reason why the price is going down. Look, it's dropping. There's no demand for Tether either. Nobody's buying it. They're not pumping up the coin. What have they got in store? It's all planned. It's all planned because the entire market is manipulated, because there is no utility there. It's all price manipulation. So someone, somewhere is orchestrating what is going on right now. It's Tether that's been pumping it, and now they're not. They're no longer. The exchanges have been cashing out since July 2024. And we're now February 2026. Look, down and down and down, even when the price was going up to its all-time high at $122,000. They were massively cashing out. Look at that. Massively cashing out. And they have been since. They know what's going on. So Bitcoin versus Gregcoin, yeah. I mean, they're still trying to sever the trading correlation. So the traders don't think they'd be better off elsewhere. But I mean, genuine Bitcoin is down at $14. $14. How far are they going to push it? I think Begans had said that they'd seen an order on Poloniex for when it hits $10, and it hadn't been fulfilled. They suspect that's because there might be shenanigans taking place on Poloniex. Let me just see if I can find it. Here we go. Begans ETH said Poloniex exchange supposedly trades over 2.2 million USD of BSV over 24 hours. But here is proof that it's not real volume. This bid for 500 BSV is sitting here for hours at $15.41, while BSV is trading everywhere else under $14, and it's not getting filled. Hashtag fake market. Ooh. Ooh. 502.9 BSV, and the order's not been filled. Should I say shocking, not shocked? Let's have a look at this. Yeah, BSV $14.30, $15.16, but a low of it almost hit $13 on Orange Gateway. That is crazy. $14.32 on Orange X, and here we are. So Gregcoin 72,800. Michael Saylor, squeaky bum time. Squeaky bum time. Let's have a look at, keep your eye on the charts on the right hand side as we go down. These are the weekly charts. Look, people say that the market isn't coordinated. The whole thing is controlled. It's an absolute shit show, is what it's called. Because they're all shit coins. But this is the only genuine one, and the only thing they can do is artificially suppress the price. $14.30 with a 24-hour low of $13. $13.74. Me being English, just have a quick look at that in pounds. Where did that go to? Oh, £10.03. Can you imagine if these things go to single figures? Single figures in pounds. Like picking up a Bitcoin for £9. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, I can't believe I'm actually getting excited about this. But the thing is, though, when you know the truth, oh my goodness, legends will be made at these prices. Jeepers. Amazing. Anyway, I'm getting far too excited here. That's a 17-minute show. We'll leave it there. On the 4th of February 2023, CSW wrote, I invented the industry, so you don't get rid of me, but eventually I will get rid of you guys and your complete Ponzi. And I think that was in response to David Schwartz. Let's see if it's still there. I'll see if it's been taken down. Or oh, that's a shame. Good job I screenshotted that bad boy. Loving that. 4th of February 2024 was when the Guardian Guardian newspaper reports on the Satoshi trial. Let's have a quick look at this. Oh, I'm not going to get to see it. What else was there on the 4th of February? Missed out. Yes, oh, they're on the 3rd of February, 1673. Oh, can you believe it? 3rd of February, 1637. The Tulip Mania bubble burst. Oh, are we seeing some synchronicities here? Oh my goodness me. Could this just be a coincidence? Let's have a look. Here we go. Tulip Mania. Was a period during the Dutch Golden Age when the contract prices for some bulbs for the recently introduced and fashionable tulip reached extraordinarily high levels. The major acceleration started in 1634 and then dramatically collapsed in February 1637. It is generally considered to have been the first recorded speculative bubble or asset bubble in history. In many ways, the Tulip Mania was more of a then unknown socio-economic phenomenon than a significant economic crisis. It had no critical influence over the prosperity of the Dutch Republic, which was one of the world's leading economic and financial powers in the 17th century, with the highest per capita income in the world from about 1600 to about 1720. The term Tulip Mania is now often used metaphorically to refer to any large economic bubble when asset prices deviate from intrinsic values. Yeah, satire of a Tulip Mania. Wow. What a coincidence. Would you believe it? Wow. Right. There we go. We'll leave it there. Looking at Michael Saylor with egg on his face. Oh, my goodness me. 72,853. What's he going to do? Right. Stay tuned to find out. It's going to be absolutely epic. So until then, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.
The king still has one more move.